love reading with me, Sado Sister Silva. And let's get started. Let's see what is in this new moon in Cancer. This is the darkest period of lunar cycle. Very powerful time to set your intentions. The veil between subconscious and the conscious is lowered. There is a lot of emotional depth in these times. So let's see what we get here. The actual new moon is in the 5th of July, but this is for the whole month of July for you, Taurus. And we start with looking the energy of what sign comes. What houses is now actual for you, Taurus? And what planet? Sign is Gemini. So Gemini energy, what you want to be known, spiritual, mental, what is believed about, physical, use the quickest way. So yes, Gemini is very quick, implementation, quick energy. If you get the idea, don't hesitate to start it. That's how Geminis do it. I'm also Gemini, I can tell you. I can be very quick with my moves. Not always good, but sometimes, yes. It made me think about this hot lava game that the kids are playing. Like you have to just jump very fast when you're Gemini. Mercury energy is here. For Taurus, no time to be resting, just moving. Houses, 5th house, okay, so it's a Leo energy. Spirit, with the trust of a child. Yeah, talking about playtime, like I was talking about this hot lava game. With the trust of a child, mental, fun, romance, and making art. Physical, do it dramatically. So being theatrical in July is not bad at all. Dramatically, theatrically, playful, all very creative, good energy. Taurus. Planet is Neptune. Okay, this is smoke and mirrors. Spiritual, the idealization of mental confusion regarding physical sacrifice. There's a little bit this kind of Alice in the Wonderland, the what is this? Caterpillar smoking on the mushroom. This kind of energy is here a little bit veil. Something is hidden, but there is maybe a lot of emotions. This kind of dreamy energy, Neptune energy. But it's still you to sacrifice. Sacrifice is usually way too sacred. So if you sacrifice your time, your energy, whatever, it can be way that, like me too, I put the time to be committed to always do this 12 monthly reading. I'm not hurrying about this because I know this is time each month for that sign, and that's like, can be sacrifice of my time, but it's a good cause. But yeah, there can be some confusion, but it's a good to understand sacrifice is way too sacred. So whatever it is, you have to sacrifice to get something. Maybe it's worth it. Taurus. Okay, so then let's see the emotional landscape. We have here this one Koch cards I have made. So we have here Taurus, emotional, what happens in July. Okay, this must come. And this. Okay, still a lot of emotions. Okay, let's put this here. So this was the first one. Nostalgic. Okay. Some nostalgic memories are coming up. What happened last July, for example, last year. Maybe that's also a little bit this Neptune energy. It's getting this kind of dreamy state. Anyway. Then we have here summertime with you. So there is something with somebody you want to spend time in this summer. Maybe you're a bit nostalgic about that. Meeting somebody you didn't meet for a long time ago, last time. Renu Malvia, please read for me. Are you Taurus? This is Taurus reading. If you're Taurus, Sun, rising, moon or Venus or Mars, then yes, please state your question, but it will be end of this reading. Now I'm gonna follow my plan and I will make a Lilith, how to express better and freely reading, and then the questions can come after, but it has to be related to Taurus. This is the second sign I'm doing. I've done already Aries. So now reflect which is your star sign and then I will do the rest. Legacies anyway here. Feeling creative and joy. Okay, very aligned, even coming kind of on top of this same line. It is 5th house, so you should pay attention. There's really this creative energy now in July. It's even like same line here. Field consciousness is always like things are like organized. If you're really connected to the source, they are really aligned. The energies are attracting the same. So feeling creative and joy, that is for you. So get into this kind of Leo house, 5th house. Inseparable. And then we have still desire. And yes, sexuality and creativity is connected. So maybe you are having really this kind of passionate feeling of creative and joy, and then also desires are part of it. So usually, actually, if you follow your excitement, that's the right way to go. So always trust that kind of feeling. So next thing, I think we go immediately, before we go to the Lilith, we go to this feeling of your person. So you have somebody in your mind. We're gonna see this midnight romance here. What a person is thinking about Taurus, the ideal partner or the highest partner. For how this card has go here. For some reason a crystal card has dropped here. Okay. Anyway, interesting. It was meant to be. It was meant to be then. Taurus, what is your person thinking about you? Your love partner. I need to know. Okay, now we start. First, one ride, make it fun. The Chariot. So there's something about having a ticket to ride. There's this game, Ticket to Ride. You can travel all Europe, but I think traveling is ahead. Chariot is usually like a wagon moving, willpower. 7 is really this, July, we are talking about July, even it's a kind of something like a travel is happening now in July, and when you person think about it. I'll meet you, but maybe. Let's see this crystal card, why these have jumped here in my back. For you, Aventurine. What is it? Shimmering Aventurine, the good luck stone, is a translucent green quartz containing particles that create a glittery effect called appropriately aventurescence. Its heart-centered, happy-go-lucky vibes are a reminder that this life on Earth experiment is supposed to be fun, aligning completely to this feeling creative and joy. So there is still show of your sparkle. There is really like with this crystal that just shouldn't be in my feeling bag, but had jumped there. Taurus is just, this is a love crystal, usually good luck crystal as well. Show of your sparkle. Let yourself glow now in July. And it's underneath this feeling creative and joy. Really, something is about that. Green could be your color. Really like a July color now. Then, game over. My heart belongs to you. You're the only one for me. So the person who loves you is like, oh, Taurus, you're the best. And the inseparable is on top of it. So yeah, things are aligned in this table. Then we have telepathic, soul connection, intimacy, images as messages, intense mind reading, understanding, deeply feeling of another. That's landing under the desire. So somebody can be desiring you from afar, even telepathically. If you travel somewhere, they're gonna miss you. You leave a legacy when you leave a Okay, then we have here a person feels like a bit like this lonely wolf in July. Problem solving, isolation, shadow work, being alone, hermit, going into deep to heal, sadness, withdrawing, wounds, licking one's wounds. So a little bit like a lonely seeing the sunrise, thinking of the Taurus. And then question to open your heart chakra. Can you experience love for yourself when you are unhappy or lonely? So your person is really lonely. They need you. They need you a lot. It's like, oh no, the ladybug is alone. I mean, it's in the same line. I'm telling you, there is this total thing. Ladybug is in the same line as well, this feeling green aventure crystal. It's almost like these ladybugs are communicating telepathically. So Renu is saying, can you read me for me? I can read in the end if you are Taurus. So anybody Taurus or knowing a Taurus, the question has to be for Taurus. This is a horoscope reading, so it's a psychic reading, but I will take only the particular star sign every time I read. So sacral chakra, I'm free agent at all times and can fully communicate my feelings about any situation I'm in. So the person feels confident about being freely expressing things. And then third eye chakra, I receive guidance and protection at all times. Tell me, are your secrets worth keeping? I hold them till the day that I die. Baby, I feel it in my bones. There's something in the darkness you hide. Some garden moments. They're gardening and they're thinking like, there's something hidden in this Taurus. So open up more to the person who loves you. Okay, then God gives the hardest battles to his toughest angels. Check your Pluto placement, Taurus. So there is some hard things, and then we have solstice, summer sun magic, shaman rituals. So time to be shamanistic, Taurus. It is interesting. There is really this kind of wolf is very shaman animal also. The cave here. Summertime with you. Anyway, this is very spiritual in the sense that it's like your person see you to be this a bit like a shaman person. You have some kind of capacities to be a little bit shamanistic. Maybe you have this like a drum. Okay, so now we look, this is also fitting well to our this kind of reading that we are going into now about Lilith, free to express. So maybe the music could be for you something to be freely in the nature now in July. So we have this above deck and we are going to look into this 6 spread, card spread. Where do I have block in my, this is, I have to mention source. So this is Varjojen voima by Mary Mort. I'll translate this in Finnish. So we are going into this. So first, Taurus, where do I have a blocks in my expression? Or Taurus, where do you have blocks in your expression? How can you strengthen your authentic expression? How can you create a deeper connection with your own sexuality? There's 2 cards. Let's see this one. How can I get to my wings, Taurus? How you can get to your wings? Show me, show me, show me. There's also 2. What opens the gate to freedom? Then still important card. Message directly from Lilith. How to express more. Let's keep it here. Exciting. So here we have a little decoration of the shell. I don't know why, but I feel like I have to bring it here. put the ladybug inside here. If this opens. Oh, the clamp is not opening. What's going on here? Oh, it closed. Cannot open it. Okay, stay there. So first, what blocks I have in my expression? 6 of Pentacle. This is 6 of Earth in this deck. So blocks, giving, something about giving to others. Something about that. I think I will go and read this. You can look this card. What is about those gnomes? Is there something about communication in the group? This is, of course, 6 of Pentacles is like giving, how generous you can be. Sometimes you get even from the god some gifts. We have gifts to share with the world. Yeah, they are in the sunlight and they are like hiding in the dark. Maybe there is something like that. You are hiding a little bit, like some gnomes are hiding here. Anyway, now I will read this because this is a special card, so you get a little bit clearance why the spirit wanted you to have this card. It is trees and forest. And that's block in your expression. Trees, both singly and grouped together, are fraught with meaning for us. In Celtic tree lore, specific trees have very definite meanings. Trees are used in journeying as a starting place from which to access the underworld, the upper world, and the other world. The life cycle of trees are a visible reminder of the wheel of the year, while evergreens are a constant reminder to have hope and faith. Groups of trees can provide both places of safety and respite, as well as places of danger and fear. The forest is the home of many creatures, and we humans are not always comfortable in the woods. It is often dark, and because we cannot see the horizon or even very far at all nor the sun, it is easy to feel lost and confused. However, in such a dark, confused mess, it is easier to see your path, should you be lucky enough to stumble upon it. The 6 of Earth represents moving from one place to another. This is something that helps you transition from one state to another state. It provides a touchstone that you can always return to when you need it. It is a safe place that protects and also prepares you for what is to come. Okay, so this is actually this kind of safe place actually. And somehow maybe you have to tune into more to have this kind of sacred safe place in the nature and find maybe your special tree. It is very empowering to even hug trees, but nature have a lot to give. This giving thing about the 6 of Pentacles is valid here, like nature has a lot to give and we can be very much getting peace being in the nature. So something about this is that the Blox's expression is that you have not been enough going into nature. You have to start to look at the trees differently. It's like a forest path. Consider it's like a spiritual hygiene or something for yourself. Like you need that daily forest path. Yes. And then we have next, how can I strengthen my authentic expression? I think this is Uranus. I'm gonna check because sometimes I mistake this Saturn and Uranus, but I think it's Uranus. Yes, I think there was some Uranus placement going on currently in Astrological. I mean, this is talking about whole your July reading. Number 7 is even here. It's really pointing you that the Uranus is an important thing to look. What is the Uranus placements? What is happening this week? There was also some Uranus related thing when I heard about astrological things. Pay attention, because Uranus is a crazy genius. And we are talking about how you can express yourself more freely. So maybe you need a little bit this kind of Einstein thing. The gnomes look a bit like Einstein. They have also a beard. They have aged a little bit. Interesting. All the Einsteins meeting here. What they have to say to each other in the forest. Okay, so I'm gonna read from here so you get this, because this is how you strengthen your authentic expression, how to be Uranus more. Uranus, of course, ruling planet of Aquarius, so it's a lot of this kind of dreaming for whole community. Uranus, the crazy genius of the skies. While he brings shocks and surprises, they're usually in the long run exciting and beneficial. When Uranus decides to make its presence unknown, it is usually by way of sudden big changes, sometimes brought on by radical, impulsive behavior, or just slightly brought on by no apparent cause. The events heralded by Uranus serve to break us out of ruts and inspire our inner genius. Rules are broken willy-nilly, and originality and insight ensue. Freed from bonds of stagnation, boundaries and ennui, independence, innovation and idealism are the new normal. Authentic expression. You have to be more innovative. Learn from the Uranus. It's landing top of the shaman rituals. Looks like they are connected. Taurus. Let your inner Uranus show up now in July. What is that creative genius wanting here? This very same line with this feeling creative and joy. What is that? You have to let yourself be freely creative now. Maybe something with the shamanistic rituals. Maybe. Just saying. Anyway, this card promise exciting times. We should expect unexpected from life and from ourselves. Then next thing is, how can I create a deeper connection to my own sexuality, Taurus? There's two cards. Interesting. A war card is 5 of Swords, can be a defeat. But there is some angry energy here. Sometimes anger is such an honest energy that don't underestimate how much you get done because you get angry. You might hear like what could make you angry, like somebody's gossiping about you, for example, and you're like, oh my god, really, they think this, and then you get angry. Or what could be also like something is not true, and you're like upset, like how people can really believe something that is not true. Anyway, there is all war is related to, of course, this angry feelings always, but still good is that you can be very strong defending your boundaries, your world. Sometimes it's needed. Anyway, this is about sexuality, of course. Yeah, it can be very Mars energy. This, and we have 3 of Cups. It's really most sacred, peace and war. Connection to sexuality, really this kind of opposite, yin and a yang, peace and a war. What you're fighting about your sexuality, what is there like a, why it has to be so black and white, I would say. How can I create a deeper connection? Maybe really understanding like what these emotions are. I'm gonna think, because this is completely connected to war, but let's read about this, because this is much more like a hopeful card. Deeper connection. So let's read still about Bellona. As a war goddess is particularly invoked for victory and for something that is very useful in obtaining that victory, strategy. While Bellona may wield common elements of physical destruction, swords and spears, one assumes her mostly deadly weapon is her mind. The reminder here is to make sure your strategy is sound before taking your first step. You're talking about sexuality. Maybe the whole sex starts with the mind. Like you should not underestimate how you have to be like peaceful with your mind, even about your own sexuality. But this is telling about dramatic situations. We had also Uranus on the table, so July, maybe there is some dramatic situations ahead. So maybe a little bit of warning for you. Communication is off. Relationships are faltering. It will take a cool head to navigate this situation. Some argument ahead. Be aware. But these two came together. Remember, creativity and sexuality are connected. So maybe if you get to this very creative energy, crazy genius, maybe you are going in the territory that is a little bit like making high emotions rise. Where is this card? I want to give you the peaceful message. If I just find it, they are not in order, these cards. Where are you? Taurus need to know. Okay, so this is water. Must be here. No. Here. Okay. So this is the Roman goddess Flora and is known for her association with springtime and the flowering of the plants. I mean, Taurus has also birthday, usually April and May, very spring. She protects plants from rotting and helps young girls as they approach womanhood. Everything about her is young and fresh and filled with beauty and promises for the future. Within her creation, the fragrant blossoms of spring are many blessings. The color and scent revive and refresh our spirit after months of winter dreariness. Within the flowers are elements that will eventually become fruit and vegetable to nourish our bodies through the year. Of course, there is also the promise, this other cycle of life starting. So this denotes happy time of plenty. There is not just enough, but more than enough. I think you have to be abundant with this. This was talking about, of course, how can I get deeper connection to my own sexuality? Maybe there is such abundance of emotion and even it's like sense of security. I think you have to be very stable with your emotions. Even if you would have this kind of like arguments or some kind of heated things, try to seek for the balance because these both are here. Emotions are always changing. So remember, like they don't last always like this. These both are here, talking about almost like a night and day atmosphere in your sex life. Peace and war. Can be passionate. That's a good thing about it. Okay, then we have how you get to your wings. This is Lilith advice, of course, all about Lilith. Taurus, there is a crown. This is a King of Pentacle. And then we have 9 of Swords. These are again different meaning here. I think this is talking really about this new moon energy, the crown energy. Listen to the elders, maybe your mother or somebody older than you. They have been there before. So look for the old sage advice. There is even this shaman thing here in the rituals card. Looking for wisdom and genius kind of level of like, this come from the life experience even, this kind of wisdom. Turn to the elders. If you have this kind of bit like a passionate young energy here, it's good to have a little bit this kind of old wisdom. I'm gonna read about this tree because this also makes me think about the family tree. So it's like a strong tree, like a core energy. Keep like your tree like a core, like a strong. Maybe you have to do this kind of core exercise for your body, for example. I think he's talking about family aspect. It's really like that's the wings. Family give you like a support. It's a good thing. This is runes. Runes are alphabet, and there are several kinds of runes. However, here we refer to the runes given to Odin, the Norse god, who pierced his own side and hung for 9 days on the world tree without food or water, sacrificing himself so that he may gain wisdom and know the mysteries of the world. Okay, tell me about feasting. Maybe you will go to some kind of diet on your summer holiday now in July. Like this Odin hanging in the tree for 9 days. Without food or water, sacrificing himself that he may gain wisdom and know the mysteries of the world. So you could use a divinity tool, these runes, very actually shamanistic practice. Runes means no words and do not suffer fools gladly. Blunt sometimes to the point of obscurity, the mysteries of the world can be found and learned and understood, but at a cost. Sacrifice is required. Knowledge or information or words, which especially in this age can be had in great quantities for free. Wisdom, however, that must be earned. There is really this wisdom card even here with this kind of old lady. Wisdom must be earned. We have here also, where did I saw that sacrifice card? Here. There was a Neptune. There is this Neptune energy active in July. Taurus, also sacrifice here. Confusion regarding the idealization of. If you have that kind of moment, I think you really have to turn to this kind of elder wisdom, or life experience of somebody who have been there before. It's a bittersweet card, this one, but it promises great wisdom. But the way to that wisdom includes suffering and sacrifice. Yes, this is totally the wisdom here also. Like the queen can, when it's a true queen, can turn the suffering to wisdom. There is like a life experience. Don't underestimate how you can turn, like alchemist, your suffering to a wisdom, Taurus. Wisdom is a reward, something earned, and it does not always promise happiness. Anyway, don't be afraid of new ideas and insight and wisdom, because there is even the crazy genius on the table. And maybe the way to the wisdom is even to have some shamanistic practice. I think you could try some alternative shamanistic rituals. Just saying. Anyway, maybe it gives you more peace to be connected to this kind of nature. And yeah, this connection to nature was even already in the beginning of the reading, that you are not enough connected to nature, Mother Nature and the cycles, wisdom itself, seasons change, emotions change. Then we have what opens the gate to freedom, Taurus. Maiden of the earth, again, a person in the middle. So you being in the nature, completely embracing these flowers, like letting yourself feel like a Mother Earth connection. It's good for you, like a totally like a heinäkuu in Finnish is like a hay month. Totally free as a bird in this meadow. That opens the gate. be in the forest and then find this sunny meadow. It's completely like would be here. And the gnomes are watching like, beautiful. Taurus is out and having fun, being creative. Okay, I don't read it more. We have still advice from Lilith. To express more in July, how would you do it? Ah, beautiful card, star card. So you supposed to be a star. That's the whole point here. That's the whole like a war going on. There's almost like this kind of like a smoke and mirrors indeed, taking your attention away that you can be actually completely a star in your own world. This is an Imbolc, of course, a celebration of Wicca, but it's a star card, it's Santa Lucia. So don't be the Aquarius card. Don't be, Aquarius was even, where was it? No, not maybe in this reading, but point is like there is really a big dream is possible. Dare to dream for yourself and others. Beautiful. The smoke and mirrors might make you like think about some things that are not even like your fights to fight. You could be a crazy genius, Santa Lucia. You could really be this if you let yourself be. Beautiful, beautiful message. This star card. Wow, I'm gonna look at this, Taurus. This is you in your power. Wow. Summer shaman. Okay, now we look at advice cards. Interesting because I'm gonna take now. First is I couldn't find the guidebook for this still. I was already noticing the Aries reading it was missing, but we're gonna just look the image and that's it. It's already 37 minutes busy. Heal thyself, 24. So this is a message for you, Taurus. Again, very nature oriented. Heal thyself. You, very similar image to this. Here the person is cooking something and here is bending towards the water. The water is here too. There is really this healing. Wow. There is this wisdom that they have done some scientific experiment, like people projecting feelings to water bottles, and they really could see that the molecules in the water were different when people were having like positive emotions, and the water was freezed, and then they were looking like how the water were constructed. When there was a positive energy projected to the water, it had a different structure. Something about that. Understand how healing, and there is again this power tree that was even in the beginning. Really, these are similar energies, like look how nature child you can be this summer. How beautiful is this, Taurus? And this also. How beautiful is this? Yes. This is your advice card. Then we get this. I have a booklet. I'm gonna read this. No, next one is the Aloha. Get a bit Hawaii wisdom for you. Aloha, Taurus, aloha. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. Aloha, aloha. I don't know how to sing this. Anyway, Taurus, aloha is here. Nice beach. 31. Worth the risk. You won't know if it's right for you unless you try. Nice Hawaiian beach. This we do read. Really, the same star card is here on the beach. Completely fitting to this scenery. Nice. I love how even the colors are kind of matching here. Thank you, Spirit. It looks nice. It's a beautiful beach moment. shamanistic. This is totally ebb and flows. It's like very liminal place. Beach is completely connected to subconscious mind. I think it's really asking you to look deeper. We have a here Cancer new moon reading, totally going in this kind of super conscious mind and subconscious mind realm. But there is some beautiful golden shadow in there, that you have some capacities that you have not looked, possibly. Very connected with nature. Where is this book? Taurus, 31. Nice summer holiday moments for you, Taurus. Go to some beach. You won't know if it's right for you unless you try. You might be thinking about taking a risk with your goals. Your fear could be interfering with this possibility. You might be worried about how this will appear to others or feel the need to justify your desires. I even forgot to say that you have even a guru energy here. Of course you have a crazy genius and Santa Lucia. You have all these guru cards also, just saying, to be in the leadership position. Focus on overcoming whatever is blocking you from exploring this chance. Setting out the pros and cons of this gamble will help you decide whether the risk is worth taking. You may find that your fears are unfounded. Once you have looked into and weighted the possibilities of success against the cost of failure, you can make a more grounded, informed decision. Do not underestimate what you're capable of accomplishing, even if you fall well short of your ultimate goal. The potential loss could be a sound investment in a practice and experience. You won't know until you give it a try. The best way to learn is by doing. In everything you attempt, you know more about skills and likes. You can change your course, your mind, and your vision as you learn and grow. For now, envision yourself taking on and accomplishing a goal. Do you feel joyful as you complete this venture? A serene ocean meets a peaceful shore. The waves slowly yet constantly edge out their path on the land. Trust in yourself and let the sky or the vast ocean be your limit. Beautiful. I have to read this background of the Hawaiian goddess because really I got eye on it and it started to make sense that there is like a goddess on the beach. To know about it, Taurus. The Hawaiian goddess of water and sea is Namaka o Kaha, often referred to as Namaka. Namaka represents the soothing waters of the ocean and is the complete opposite of her younger sister Pele. The goddess of fire is Pele. When Pele seduced Namaka's husband, they came to odds. In her rage, Namaka chased Pele out of their home. The sisters' rivalry continued to this day, and Namaka is renowned for creating massive waves that consume the fires Pele starts. Pele's lava reaches into Namaka's water, creating steam, explosions, and turbulent water. Okay, so here we have the Pele. Pele and the Namaka. Creating steam, explosions, and turbulent water. Namaka creates riptides, swells, and tsunamis at will. It is said that you may see her face in the ocean's ripples. So I think there is trying to say that there is something about this Aquarius style of like a peaceful Namaka that it also can get upset and get tsunamis. Anyway, there is already in the table there was this two opposing forces. There is some kind of struggle here going on now in July. Maybe you can get even out of that situation, but this story is valid somehow. And this Aquarius card here. All the time this lady near the water. All the time. Or in the nature. Okay, we have still one advice card, and that is Chakra Wisdom for Taurus. So here we have Destiny. Again, white and black. Something is really here, opposite. I mean, I know opposite attracts, but there is some opposing forces. You have to find a balance. Destiny. Actually, this gray is connected to crown chakra as well, and you have had this crown chakra energy all along here. Black and white, together we are stronger than alone. The legend, black and white are in heaven, waiting to go back to earth, yet again, to complete their work. When they meet and fall in love, they learn that they will not be together on earth. In previous lives, their love was ill-fated. They appeal to the council of great spirits, who turn down their request to be together. But the great servant appears and grants their wish. Together they accomplish greater things than they could have done alone. Inspiration. Take a risk, dare to have your life the way you decide. Are you willing to make sacrifices to have what you desire? Again, the sacrifice. How many times in this reading there is already mentioned sacrifice? There's just possibly, there's this Neptune energy also very connected to Neptune world here. Maybe things are a little bit unknown. That can scare you, but the point is sacrifice and Neptune. Things are busy here. Personal inquiry. What tools do I need to form my own to do my own destiny? For my own destiny. Am I ready for my destiny? True love, taking a stand, positive omen, radical thinking, deep satisfaction, ability to change. Radical thinking was also already here. What is that radical thinking, Taurus, now in July? That's a question for you. Love, pathway, fate. Give you meditation because maybe you need it. Recall a time when you fought for something you believed in and won. Allow the feeling of triumph to filter through your body. See yourself before the council of great spirits. Make a request. They will grant it if it's for the highest good of all. They tell you their decision. Thank the spirits for their wise counsel. Relax in knowing that the council will confer with great servant for you. You are welcome to go before the council anytime. Okay. I think this was the final message for Taurus. Interesting reading. Something about career possibly. Water risk, destiny. Even things out, it's like a smoke and mirrors. Be very like trusting yourself, I would say also. There is something really similar themes repeating. But creativity was also here. Dare to be creative, Taurus. Yes. Okay, does anybody have a question for Taurus? If not, I'm soon gonna go to Gemini reading. I have to take a photo of the icon soon. Anyway, I don't see any questions. I will start still soon a reading for Gemini. So thank you for seeing this. If you like, give me a like and subscribe if you didn't. There are many people who look my channel but have not subscribed. And I'm a fairly new tarot reader. I only done this for 2 years. So it all helps. I'm really happy if you want to support. Also, you can take my memberships. And lately I made even lessons how to be psychic. So they are all free now. I will put them eventually only to membership, that you see them while paying. Now they are for free. 7 episodes from root chakra to crown chakra. Really to empower yourself with this kind of chakra healing wisdom. And that's connected to archetypes. It's really like a spiritual wisdom that I'm sharing there. How you can be psychic. What are the kind of mindset and tools. And we start with this kind of like a designer's cake that I explain you how this is also a magician cake. But it goes further. And last episode I was explaining the power of storytelling. So they're all this kind of very creative thing. Maybe there is something for you even, Taurus. If you want to be more like this shaman or psychic. Everybody's psychic after all. You shouldn't be afraid of the skill. It's a skill. You have to master it like any other skill. I have studied it since 2 years, so Just saying, you can study and you can learn. So thank you. Bye, every Taurus.